Now on the phone line we have Dean Goodwin. He's the head softball coach at Banks County. Coach Goodwin, thanks for taking time to be with us here on BLITZ to talk about your Lady Leopards.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
No problem, Coach. Now, you had a pretty good start to the season. You started out 4-0 and currently are 11-3 overall in the season. You've upset a couple of big teams. Is this kind of what you've expected so far this year?
Well, we've had a lot of young people. Some of our young players step up. We end up losing a couple of seniors, so we only have one senior. So I thought we were going to have to go through some growing pains, but they've stepped up and really have surprised several teams.
Talk a little about, you just mentioned having just one senior and having players that have had to step up. Talk a little about your team roster, what kind of depth you have on this team.
Well, first of all, our senior is by far our leader on the field and at the plate. She's a tremendous player, Madison Franklin. She's, I'm assuming, leading the region in hitting. She's hitting over 600. She has 20-plus RBIs already, so that's going to be hard to replace when we do lose it. But we have 3 starting juniors, and we have 4 starting sophomores, which is we had to let them play a good bit last year to get some experience, and that's made a big, big difference.
Now, Coach, this is one of the toughest regions in the state in 8AA. You've got Union County. They were the state runners-up a year ago. You have them coming up. You've already played them once this season, but you got them coming up again. Dawson County is a team that was able to creep up in the top 10 in the coaches poll, and you actually were able to upset them and beat them 4-3. Talk a little about the toughness of this region and just being able to go out there and upset teams.
Well, to me, hands down in the state, you can't find a tougher region from top to bottom. When you have several pitchers that are going to go to the next level and play, and every day, day in and day out, you're facing a quality pitching. It's tough. So in our region, as we are now, it's 5 of us, right there on the top of our sub-region, and you got the same thing on the other side. So you have to play every day, every pitch, and you never know. We were down 3-0 against Dawson, but we kept fighting and end up winning in the end. So when you're playing quality teams, you can't afford to make mistakes. You just got to keep plugging along and see what happens at the end.
Yeah, and you've got, as I said earlier, you still have Union one more time on the schedule. Also, Fannin County, they're one of the top teams in the region, and Dawson. So you got the 3 big, tough teams coming up still in the second half of the schedule. What are the strengths and weaknesses that you have that you would like to address before you head into your region tournament at the end of the year?
Well, first thing, we got to solidify our defense. We can't give them any runs, and we got to get a little bit better swinging with 2 strikes. When you're facing the Fannins and the North Oconees and the Unions and Dawson, the girls that have double-digit strikeouts every game, we got to eliminate that. It's pretty tough not to have strikeouts when you have facing such as Angie Hughes tonight. She's going to be one of the top 10 strikeout leaders of all time in Georgia. So we're just concentrating on 2-strike hitting, trying to put the ball in play, and great defense.
Well, Coach Goodwin, we enjoyed having you on the show. Good luck closing out the season, and hope for the best for your Lady Leopards the rest of the way.
I sure appreciate it, and thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks, Coach. On the other side of the break, we've got your latest Player of the Week here on BLITZ.